Game 5 in the Western Conference semifinals. The Timberwolves have a lofty series lead with 3 wins. Will overconfidence be their undoing, or will their passion and determination help them prevail against the Golden State Warriors? Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue, coming right up.
Welcome to 2K Sports and the Western Conference semifinals. It's an elimination game in store tonight with the series standing at 3-1. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Curry and Pods make up the backcourt. Gary Payton II is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in a... Five. And for Minnesota, Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. Now here's Curry. It's Podziemski on the wing. Outside Payton. Pass to Butler. Here's Curry, puts it up. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Conley with the ball, Payton covering. Randle inside, the kick out to Conley. Just 5 to shoot. Randle inside, defended by Podziemski, outside Edwards. Pass to Conley, back to Edwards. With the clock winding down. Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Throw good, Edwards.
Well, what you have to love about Edwards is his drive. This is a guy that wants to be an all-time great when it's all said and done.
Now here's Curry. Curry, a screen on Edwards. Back to Curry. The 3 is up. Sends it home from three-point land.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Gobert with a screen on Curry. Pass to Gobert. Banked it in off the glass.
Yeah, inside, Gobert can be a true monster, using his size and reach. Very effective.
Outside, Green. Now Payton. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Curry against Conley. Outside Butler, down to 5 on the shot clock. Payton with a screen on Randle. And here's Butler outside. Ooh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. It's on Anthony Edwards.
It is great to have a player like Butler who forces defenders into such tough positions.
And he makes all 3.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play. So Edwards will go to the free throw line. It's on Stephen Curry. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set. But what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
And the Warriors miss again. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Allie, what do you have to say?
And we spoke about how he plans to deal with the three-point king, Stephen Curry. He said the biggest challenge, honestly, it's not the shooting, it's the playmaking. Steph is an incredible passer, so you can't double-team him. He'll find the open man. As always, it's not easy facing Steph. Brian?
Thank you for that, Allie. Kuminga, he's checked in for Butler. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
Yeah, right now, coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
Now here's Podziemski. Pass to Green. And here's Curry. He's guarded by Conley. It's blocked by Gobert.
But you have to be aware of Gobert on the floor. He's got a few Defensive Player of the Year trophies.
First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Shot clock at 2. And the Warriors miss again. The Timberwolves lead by 4. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Now here's Conley. Outside McDaniels. Here's Edwards. The Warriors pull it in. Here's Payton. There's the drive. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
I think we can say that shot is well within his range.
Yeah, let's hope so. Pass to McDaniels. Gobert with it. Curry with a steal. It's Podziemski on the wing. From downtown, drills it from deep.
Yeah, and the way Curry always finds the open man is impressive.
Outside Edwards. .111 left in the first quarter of the game. Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Well, that's a smart play, taking advantage of the mismatch in close.
Curry passes to Green. Outside Podziemski. Off the mark there with a 3.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And Edwards slams it in.
Among the best athletes in this league, Anthony Edwards taking flight.
Curry passes to Payton. Curry surveys. From the arc. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Conley against Curry. And that one's good from Conley.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Conley against Curry. Sweet little floater. Curry's got a...
Showing off with the floater game. Not a shot you can swat.
Edwards for 3. Knocks it down from distance.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. We'll be right back with you shortly. And let's get you back onto the court for more of this pivotal Game 5. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
So, on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. Curry and Hield to the sharp-shooting backcourt. Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Moses Moody. And it's post in at the center spot. Here's Edwards. Oh, Edwards just bullying his way inside.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Up the floor. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Well, you can't sleep on McDaniel's athleticism if you're the defense. At 6'9", he can absolutely hammer it home.
Fast break, Minnesota. The finish. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run.
Oh, Kuminga! Top for days.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. Randall deciding where to go with it. Takes it inside. There's the triple. Edwards can't hit.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And here's Curry for 3. Edwards pulls it in. The Timberwolves lead by 7. DiVincenzo on the wing. Pass to Reed. Randall outside. Back to Reed. It's stolen by Kuminga. Outside heel. Lets it go from 14. And again, it's Golden State.
Yeah, the accuracy from Buddy is exceptional. Makes that quick pull-up so easy.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Conley comes in for McDaniels. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Pajimski comes in for Hield. Conley on the attack. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Conley's got his second basket of the game.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Curry passes to Moody. Back to Curry. Up and over Conley. Curry from inside.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Reed passes to Alexander Walker. Oh, it's stolen. And they're pushing it up. Here's Green. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle.
Yeah, in terms of winners in NBA history, few have the resume of Draymond Green.
Butler's checked in for the Warriors. Payton comes in for Moody. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for Minnesota. They've had a strong postseason showing and have only lost 2 of their games up to this point.
And you know, the effort level has certainly been there. But what's impressed me the most is the adaptability that they've shown facing different matchups and defensive schemes. They've showed great focus and determination in the pursuit of their goal to win a championship.
Warriors trail by 3. Butler, a screen on Conley. Curry with it. He's picked up by Conley. Butler with the bucket. Butler's got 5 now.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's Alexander Walker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Alexander Walker's gotten his first bucket of the night.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
It's Pajimski, and out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. Moody's checked in for Stephen Curry. 1:03 left in the first half. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just 1 or 2 major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And Minnesota with some changes. Gobert's checked in for Randall. McDaniels comes in for Conley. And it's Edwards in for Alexander Walker. Off the inbound pass. Edwards, no good.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Butler. Oh, tough work inside from Butler.
How talented is Butler? I mean, just so adept at carving out some space inside and converting.
Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That's on Gary Payton II.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Minnesota shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
In the first quarter, he did a great job getting to the line, but he's been a little less physical as the game's gone on.
41 seconds left in the first half. Butler taking his time here. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Floats one up. Edwards can't hit.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Outside Payton. Left side Green. Pass to Pajemski. 6 to shoot. Green, a screen. Takes one from 10 feet. He can't get that one to fall.
Now there's your rim protection. That's how you defend the post.
Yeah, that's an outstanding defensive stand in close.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Minnesota. They lead by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hey folks, first half of Game 5 in the books. It's been a tight contest for Golden State.
How have they kept it this close? Their D has been invisible. Come on, fellas, get after it.
Yeah, just a few more stops and this score would be totally different. Seeing how things are shaking down for the Timberwolves. They're trying to punch their ticket to the next round. Shaq, what's the key?
They don't need a key. As long as you have a ticket, that's the thing that gets punched.
Wow. There's things I could say, but on myself, don't want to get punched.
Very wise choice, Chet. Just smile and nod.
Okay.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Continuing our coverage of the Western Conference semifinals. Glad to have you back. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Well, tonight is a big game, and you have to be impressed with the way he's come out firing.
Well, the lights are bright in this matchup, and he's had no problem playing up to the moment.
Here's Randall. Yet to see a basket. And is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. Here's Edwards. Just 4 to shoot. Hauled in by Curry.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
A shot by Butler. No good. The Timberwolves lead by 3. It's Edwards on the wing. He's covered by Curry. Conley with the ball. Back to Edwards. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. The 3, Randall. Warriors with the rebound. Butler passes to Green. Outside Payton. Back to Green. Pass to Butler. Outside Payton. Double by Randall. For the tie. Curry's shot is off. And for Minnesota, they're shooting the ball at 60%, an excellent average. Here's Conley. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Conley's got 6.
Yeah, a guy with Conley's consistency is trouble inside. Those high percentage looks are often effortless for him.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. The top scorers in the playoffs on our 2K leaderboard. Anthony Edwards on top. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Back to Butler. Shot clock at 6. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Yeah, Butler's certainly not shy seeking out contact. He can live at the line.
He's made all of his free throws to this point. 3 of 3. Good on the second one. Here's Conley. 6 points for him. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Outside Edwards. McDaniels a screen. To the left wing. Edwards against Payton. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Free throw good, Edwards. So it's the Warriors now. They trail by 7. Curry passes to Green. Now Podziemski. Pass to Curry. Lets it go. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
Conley against Curry. Now here's Edwards. Not a lot of room. Randall, the pass to Conley. Outside for Randall. Here's the 3. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist. Randall's got his first 3 points of the game. And he commits the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And Minnesota with some changes. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for McDaniels. And it's Alexander Walker in for Anthony Edwards. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Butler. Back to Podziemski. Outside Kuminga. DiVincenzo with the steal. He goes up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
Outside Kuminga. Now here's Curry. Back to Kuminga. Pass to Curry. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. Randall pulls down the board.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Now here's Alexander Walker. He's covered by Curry. Uses the glass on the layup. And now it's a 12-point Minnesota lead.
They're really working the paint now.
Outside Podziemski. 51 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Butler can't get it to go.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Reed, a screen on Curry. Curry against Conley. Randall outside. Inside. Here's DiVincenzo with his first shot attempt. Podziemski grabs the board.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Now here's Butler, covered by Alexander Walker. Butler passes to Green. And the Warriors miss again. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. More 2K action in just a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for the Warriors. Curry and Hield to the sharp-shooting backcourt. Moses Moody out there with Kuminga. And it's Post in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Timberwolves. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Into the lane. And Chris Finch has called timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, BA.
Thanks for that, Allie. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Conley. And it's Anthony Edwards in for Alexander Walker. Oh, Edwards soars in to finish the lob.
Oh, my. Edwards going way up for that slip.
Pass to Post. And here's Kuminga. Now here's Curry. DiVincenzo covering. Hield from outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got his third assist of the night.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Picked by Gobert. The drive by DiVincenzo. Basket's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 13.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Outside Curry. From deep. Oh, Curry from way out there.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Randall against Kuminga. Now McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Randall, a screen on Hield. Here's Edwards. Edwards, no problem with the contact.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Mike Conley's checked in for the Timberwolves. Butler passes to Payton. Curry with it. It's Podziemski on the wing. Pass to Green. Up and over Conley. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Edwards looking it over. Gobert with it. Just 5 on the clock. Edwards, a pass to Gobert. And it's Gobert in the comfort zone.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Here's Butler. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
I like where he took that shot. The D was just too strong.
Randall on the screen. Edwards with it. Green picks him up.
Edwards brings so much power to his game inside.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
Well, I've been a little surprised by how many mid-range jump shots they're taking and hitting. But so far, that seems to be the recipe that's working for them.
Yeah, another thing they did well was feed the ball into the paint. They really utilized their size there tonight.
Conley against Curry. Outside Butler. A clear look for Green. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And Green's teammates encourage him to take the mid-range J because it keeps the defense on their toes.
Conley passes to Edwards. Conley against Curry. Back to Edwards. From the elbow. Back to Conley. Now here's Edwards. Here's Edwards cutting inside. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
And the athleticism Edwards possesses is incredible. So good at drawing contact on that drive.
And both free throws good for Edwards. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter.
These guys really stepped up and played their hearts out to finish the series on their terms. So it's going to be on to the next round for the Timberwolves.
I think it was their play in the paint that got them the win tonight.
And the defense seemed powerless to stop them down low, resulting in plenty of high percentage shots for them.
And over the course of this series, the difference in talent level between these teams became clear.
Well, there was a difference in just about every aspect, not just talent. It was coaching, effort, intensity, just a dominating performance. And now they'll have some time to rest up and put everything in place for the next round.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Anthony Edwards.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Fearless play from Butler. Defenses should know he's going to try and draw a foul while shooting.
So he makes one of two, and the second one misses.
And that's a situation where you must make them all to get back into the game.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
A nice shot by Butler. And here's Minnesota now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Edwards. Outside for Randall. Back to Edwards. Curry with a steal.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
17 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Conley against Curry. The Minnesota Timberwolves take the series and are moving on. They snuff out any chance at a comeback with the Game 5 win. Now it's on to the conference finals.
If anyone had doubts about this team and its resilience, I think those have been put to rest. The championship's much more within their reach now, but next round they face a very difficult test.
Time for us to say goodbye. We hope you enjoyed our second round coverage of the NBA Western Conference playoffs. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.